Hi guys, and welcome to another video, and it is the last video of the year for me, and I thought what better way than to maybe look back at 2022, give you like maybe my top 5 videos of the year, a couple of the new types of video that I've done that I think have done really well and been quite good, and then also show how many videos I've done throughout the year, and then go through that. Before that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you maybe some of the analytics so you guys can have a look and get a feel of like the amount of views I get, the amount of watch time, maybe the impressions that I make on people, and I just think that would be quite interesting. So first up, what I've got all the analytics in front of me, and this is over the last sort of 365 days. And the first one we're going to go through is views. So how many views has my channel got over the last 365 days? And it's got 33,316 views, which for a small channel like mine, I'm really proud of, and I think that's good for me. It's 11% less than the previous, so it's a little bit down on views than it was the year before, but for a small channel like me, 33,000 views, that means that there's 33,000 opportunities that I've helped someone, or I've managed to spread some information, get good news out about security dog handling, help people out, and help people maybe on their journey. So for over 33,000 views in a year, for me, I'm very happy with that. Hopefully it's a goal for us to try and beat next year. Next, we're going to go to watch hours, and watch hours is 2,789. So just under 2,790 watch hours. And if you imagine how long an hour is, obviously having someone or having people watch nearly 3,000 hours of my content, I'm happy with that. And I think it's a lot of hard work goes into a lot of the videos, and to get that amount of watch time in hours over a year's period, I'm very pleased. And like I say, I think that's again something else that we need to try and beat next year. Subscribers. So subscribers have slowed down, I think, this year. I think typically over a 28 period, I think last year I was somewhere between 25 and 30 subscribers. So obviously over 28 days, 244 subscribers I have gained this year. So obviously some people have left, which is fine, but I've gained 244. And again, I think with something that's so niche and something that isn't for everybody, I'm still very happy with that. It's over probably, I'm not good at math, but it's probably like 3/4 of the year I'm getting one every day. So I am happy with that. It's slowed down near the part end of the year, but I think with something so niche, it's not going to be something for everybody. So I'm not expecting like a massive influx of subscribers. So something that's really steady, I think, is good for a channel. I don't think you want to be, I wouldn't want to have a channel that has like a massive explosion and then filters out and drops off and people start leaving. I'd rather have like a steady continuation all the time, so that kind of shows that people come in, stay in. And like I say, I think steady progress, it's a bit like the tortoise and the hare. Being a bit more of the tortoise, I think is more preferential to me, rather than having like a massive influx and then it kind of plateauing and then starts dropping back. Top content. So what has been the top content for me throughout the year? So the How Fast Is My German Shepherd has always been one of my top videos. That's the video I probably enjoy watching the most, because I think you just get to see my dog's drive for a ball, and obviously his speed, etc. as well. So How Fast Is My German Shepherd has always been my top video. I think again, because it's not security dog handling based, it's something for everyone, which is why I get a lot more views on that. So the How Fast Is My German Shepherd, then the How Much video, that's always been one of my better videos. I probably do need to do an update on that, because obviously things have changed over the last 2 years, especially like you needing to have a first aid course in order to do your SIA, etc. So the How Much video, again, that's something that I would expect to be up there. The van tour, I think a lot of people try and are looking for ideas for how to set their vans up and different things like that. So again, that's something that I would expect to be up there. My first short. So shorts is something that you need to do with YouTube, and it's something that I haven't really pushed myself into doing. I done the short because someone was asking about how to put a slip chain on and how to take it off. So I just done a quick short for them, just filmed it, put it up, and it was good for them, and obviously the views on it and things like that have been good, and it's probably helped a lot of people. Got a bit of backlash on it from people that don't understand about slip chains, saying that I could kill my dog by using it, etc., which obviously is a load of nonsense. But so my first short is up there as well, and then becoming a security dog handler, which is obviously my fifth best video of the year, but it was my first one, and that video is more or less 2 years old now, and for it still to be up there in the top 5 of videos that people are watching, it obviously shows that it's something that people are interested in. And I think it is, because it is my first video, I think people get onto that one very early and they try and follow my videos and follow a journey. So the top 5 doesn't surprise me. With How Fast My German Shepherd, because it's not security dog handling and it's more pointed at everyone, that's why that gets a lot of views. And then obviously how much people want to know how much it costs to get into this. The van tour, people are always looking for ideas of how to set their van up, and maybe on mine they won't get loads, but maybe they'll just get a couple of tips. They'll think, oh, I could do that in my van. The short, I think shorts are I watched quite a lot. And then my first ever video, which was always been one of my more popular videos. So impressions from videos, I'm not 100% sure what that really means, but an impression of video to me is that maybe someone's scrolling through and they've stopped and it's made an impression on that person. And I've got just over 250,000 impressions throughout from the April 1st, because the data doesn't go back as far as January. So from April 1st I've made just over 250,000 impressions on people, and whether people have clicked on the video or not, having that amount of people stop and at least look at it I think is good, because later on they can come back. If they keep seeing, if my videos keep making an impression on them, in the end they are going to click on a video. And like I say, getting over 250,000 people even look or just ponder about my video, I'm happy with that. It's not massive numbers, but I only have a small channel, and in terms of YouTube, I'm probably not in the algorithm where it's going to be sending to loads of people, because it is that niche. And I think that's the most important thing I'm trying to understand with this, is that obviously what I'm doing is very niche and it's not for everybody, so the numbers are never going to be absolutely crazy, but the people that it helps a lot. So yeah, like I say, over 250,000 people getting an impression of my video is good for me. Age and gender. So age and gender is what I would expect it to be. So my typical age that are watching my videos are between 25 and 34, which has always been around the mark. That's always been the most popular. It dips a little bit under, a little bit over, but then as you see, once you get to like 55 plus, it drops off. A lot of this may be to do with the short video, like the older ones, they might just flick through and see a short. But 25 to 34 has always been my target, and it's the target that I'm in. I'm just coming out of that target now, but 25 to 34 is where I see people that have, this is where I see my target as people that have got into a bit of a job to start off once they've left school, and then they've decided that they want to get into security dog handling and they've moved into it, or they got to 18, got their SIA licence, they've been working as a bouncer or they've been working in security but actually want to take it further. So once they get to sort of 25, that's the age in where they think, right, I want to have a crack at this. Again, it's the kind of target that I aim my videos at, but anywhere like the 35 to 44, I think anything under 60 is sort of my target market, but especially like that 25 to 34. Top geographies. Now, top geographies isn't gonna amaze anyone. 58% of my viewers are in the UK, and obviously with my information being sort of UK based and sharing UK sort of stories, etc., or like law legislations, etc., that's obviously the UK is going to be my biggest. United States just over 5.5%, India 0.2%, Germany 0.1%, Australia 0.1%. But again, the short video or the How Fast Is My German Shepherd video that's more to everyone, that's probably where you see like India, Germany, Australia. The USA and UK, I would imagine that would be the most similar. So even some of the stuff that I talk about, the sort of UK law, won't be too dissimilar to the USA. It's not going to be exactly the same, but it might be quite similar. And then watch time for subscribers. So in terms of who is watching my videos, are they subscribed or not? And it's pretty even. So not subscribed 58%, subscribed 41%, or 42 basically, isn't it? And that's a pretty even split. I know a lot of the bigger sort of YouTube channels and that, like they're up near like the 80% of non-subscribed viewers. So to have sort of 42% of my subscribers watching my videos, or like most of my videos, I think is pretty decent, which means that the people that are subscribed to the channel are watching a lot of the videos, and they're not subscribing and then only watching maybe 1 in 4 or 1 in 6 or whatever. The people that are watching my videos are subscribed, so it's good to see that my subscribers are watching a lot of videos and getting some good information out of what I'm showing. So in 2022, what did I do? So in 2022, I done, including this one, it will be 53 videos. So obviously 52 weeks in a year, 53 videos I've put out throughout the year. And I think that's because I put one out on the 1st of January, and obviously this one's quite late into the year. It's like the last day of the year. And 53 videos is a lot of hard work. It's a lot of time spent editing different things like that, and I'm proud of doing that. Being able to be consistent throughout the whole year is something that I've always tried to be. I think I'm up near like 102 to 103 videos over 2 years. So obviously with 52 weeks a year, 104 would be one a week. So in order for me to get 53 videos out this year has been good. It's been a lot of hard work. It's been a lot of stress sometimes where maybe cameras have not recorded what I wanted them to, or my laptop broke, so I've had to adapt and use my phone, which is not ideal. It's been a lot of hard work. It's been quite stressful at times, but I'm proud that being able to get one out every week, that's something that I'm quite proud of. Out of the 52 weeks a year, obviously I do lives every other week. How many lives did I manage to get out this year? And I managed to get 24 lives out this year, so that is more or less just under one every other week. And when you take sort of holiday and sort of shift patterns changing a little bit, to be able to get 24 lives out is still very good. It's still very consistent. It's something that I enjoyed doing, like getting that hour every other Wednesday to help people out, where people can come in and ask questions in my lives, etc. It's something that I'm proud to do, or something I'm very happy to do. So yeah, I'm really happy that I've managed to get a video out more or less more than every Saturday, and be able to get a live more or less out every other Wednesday. Obviously when I go on holiday and things like that, obviously I can't just, I want to try and have a break away from it or whatever it is, so when I go on holiday and things like that, there's obviously not going to be a live going on. My top 5 videos for 2022. Now, I've obviously managed to get one out every week, and obviously have favourites over certain other videos, and the top 5 that I've picked for this year is the 15 hours plus. Now, the 15 hours plus video is a shift video, and then I go training afterwards, and I think that gives you a good insight to what, if you are going to work and then train, what to kind of expect. Or like, you have to remember that if you are going to go training, like, your shift is not the end of your day. You still have time, you still have to do stuff after that. So I think that 15 hours plus video is good. And that's the certification video. That was one I just filmed at work, and it's just explaining that's the certification, because I had a lot of people sort of asking me like, well, how does the NASDO work and different things like that, and that video clears up more or less everything that you need to know. So I think the NASDO certification video is good information, and it's going to help a lot of people, so that's one of my favourite ones. Protection obedience, I think that's a really good video, obviously using my trainer's dog and my trainer, showing a different side to what you're typically going to see on YouTube or Instagram or social media, etc. Being able to watch a video and understanding that the protection side of what we do is all about obedience. It's not about the dog doing whatever it wants, or it's not about the dog going on to grabbing hold of someone and it not listening to you to tell it to let go, etc., or using excessive force because your dog's not got the obedience in order to do the protection work. So I think that's a good video for people to understand that the protection work is not about all-out aggression, it is about obedience. And obviously you can do certain tricks or do certain demonstrations once you've got that ingrained, and it does help people to understand it. The one-off video I thought was good. That was a video where I had to go and look after a sports car for a night, and it was a good video to try and explain that one-off. And in that video I kind of explained that sometimes it's nice to treat yourself on a one-off. So typically I'm on a sort of a building site or like a building compound, and it's muddy, it's disgusting, like your dog gets dirty, you get dirty, your van gets dirty, etc. And sometimes it's just nice to go and put yourself on a nice site with nice flat ground, tarmac, whatever it is. So yeah, that one-off video was one of my favourite ones to enjoy. Probably one of my favourite shifts of the year. And the wind video is my fifth. Well, not my fifth. They're all pretty similar, but I just had to obviously put them in an order. This is more or less the order that they was put out in. Wind, that was probably my favourite video of the year completely. I think I don't want to be big-headed, but I think it was very well explained about how wind works and how, as a security dog handler, you need to understand wind in order to do patrols. It's the best way to work, it's the most efficient way to work, and it's the safest way to work. Did I say safest place? Safe first? I don't know. But that wind video was probably my favourite one, and when I was recording it, when I edited it, I really thought that was going to be a really good video, and it turns out it was. I'm not 100% sure on the numbers, but if you haven't watched that wind video and you want to understand how wind works so that you can work the most efficient and you can work the safest way, I think that video is very important for you. So my favourite new additions to the channel this year, obviously I try and make up different sort of videos. I try and make up different video ideas throughout the year, and I'll test something, see if it works. And there's two that stuck out to me. The podcast has been a bit of a revelation, I think. I think the podcast has been something that I've been wanting to do, where I can get someone else on the channel, we can have a chat, and people can get a different point of view. Like it's okay, like me uploading videos all the time, and it's always getting my point of view, but being able to have someone on where I can have a conversation with them, and you can get two different points, because it's not always that we agree. Sometimes we will slightly disagree on something, or someone will have more information than I'll have. So I think having Aaron on the podcast has been really good, and I'm looking forward to next year doing more of them and going into more detailed sort of stuff, and maybe going into certain subjects that maybe some other people don't go into. And the other one that I'm really proud of this year is questions with my trainer, and that is something that I wanted to do because I wanted to show Terry out to everyone else, and maybe some people can understand a little bit of how I got to where I am, or why I am the way I am as a security dog handler. And that was all down to Terry. And I think the general comments coming back is how good Terry is, or how approachable or how nice a guy Terry is. Like, every security dog handler trainer, they don't have to be rough and ready, and they don't have to be your typical sweary, or they don't have to be this upfront bloke. They can just be a nice guy, and I think that's something that's come over from Terry. And I think a lot of people can watch them and listen to what he's saying, and you notice that that's the way in which I try and come over. And I think Terry's had a massive effect on the way in which I talk about security dog handling, the way in which I approach it, and different things like that. And he's got loads of good information, and I think there's not a lot that's come back that's saying that Terry's wrong on certain subjects, different things like that. And like I say, I think that's been one of the things that add into this year. And I want to do more with Terry. I want to do more of these questions one, because they are helping a lot of people. But I think questions with my trainer has been one of my favourite new additions to the channel this year. So guys, that is a wrap for 2022. I want to thank everyone that's watched all my videos throughout the year, made comments and been involved in the lives, different things like that. But that is a wrap for 2022. 2023 is going to be an interesting year, taking more risks, doing different things, and hopefully trying to move everything forwards. And hopefully everyone's going to get on board with it and they're going to understand why I'm doing it or different things like that. But yeah, look out for 2023. This is going to be a different type of year. Hopefully it's going to push things forwards and it's going to make us more understood. It's going to make the industry better as a whole. We're never going to be able to make everyone better, but if we can make a few people better, hopefully that can have a knock-on effect to others. So guys, thanks for watching all my videos in 2022. Appreciate all of you that have got involved, and I'll see you again in 2023. Cheers for watching. See you later. Bye.